afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mainly gentlemen. Yours truly, Thrillium Alexander here, bringing you the Week 14. Week 14. Can you believe it? Week 14. BFFFL preview show. Pretend there were sweet graphics there. Now, last week, no show. We got away from me. First full week of summer break, and I was just like, I'm going to sleep till noon every day for some reason, like real sack of shit. But now we're here, Tuesday afternoon, one day into this Week 14 matchups, and I don't know if anybody noted it, or I noted like I noted it. It is Rivalry Week! That's right. This week is full of rivalries per Yahoo. They have deemed this the Rivalry Week. I might have also made it this week. I don't really know. Could have done that earlier in the season as I was making the league settings. But neither here, neither there. What matters is, it is indeed Rivalry Week. And we have got, oh man, say that 3 times fast makes you sound like a fool. We've got a lot of intra-division matchups. We've got Thrills taking on Big Green. We've got Billy taking on Thrill House. We've got Brymart taking on Jaycock. But we're going to start here, first and foremost, with the Dangerous Wise Ones. Oh, wow, that's almost a tongue twister. Dangerous Wise Ones taking on No Juice. Now, Code knows he's been bringing some juice with the trades and the trade offers. He's trying to improve his team. Those power rankings really lit a fire up under his keister in terms of trying to improve his team. Now, thus far this week, he is 6 for 41 with No Juice. So, but once again, it's still Monday. It's still Monday. All right, let's just calm down here. Let's calm down. I like he's trying to add some offense here. Picked up Zach Geloff today in a trade because Matt McLean and Blaze Alexander are just not going to cut it running your second base when you can have Matty there. Or even put him in the outfield to help juice it up while you slide, I don't even know, maybe Xavier Edwards back into that second base role. But you've got options, and that's what counts. Now, Dangerous Wise Ones, you don't really have a lot of options. You are a loser of 3 in a row, Wisey. And during that 3-game losing streak, it's been 12-28. It is just, the matchups haven't been close. 5-9, 4-9, 3-9, or 3-10. Like, that's pathetic. That is real sad. So I'm going to need your little minor league baseball, Field of Dreams, summer tour to wrap up Summer Sav Dog so you can focus yourself back on the BFFL. Because you sucking is allowing other teams to close the gap. For a while there, folks, I don't know if everybody knows, those top 6 seeds, they were trying to inch away, but everybody's middle of the pack. Middle of the pack. We'll talk about that in a little bit right there. But Savdog, I don't really have much to talk about with your team. Casey Mize is back and kicking dick today. That's pretty cool. But other than that, I do predict you to win. That's right. I do predict you to win. Dangerous Wise Ones. Get off that 3-game losing streak. Go back to a 1-game winning streak for the time being. All right, next up, we're going to go to the Brother Harb matchup. That's right. We're going to D-Harb versus A-Harb. Man, I got to say, hell of a matchup last week, A-Harb. 7-7 tie against yours truly right there. Your pitching, while not even that awesome, was pretty awesome. And, any staff in America could have beat what I put up there. So good job to you for pulling through in all 7 of those categories, pulled a tie. You damn dirty son of a bitch. And then speaking of your staff, he's just adding to. He said, "Give me George Kirby. Just go ahead. Give me another awesome arm to put here on my pitching staff." So you're doing the opposite of the Thrills. I'm just got to give me every bat you can. You said, "Give me every arm you can," and we'll figure it out. Let it all wash. It'll all come out in the wash right there. Your team though, Ketel Marte is doing things. Bryce Eldridge, damn, when did he become so good? Everybody had a chance to look at him. Like, oh, he strikes out too much. Oh, Bryce Eldridge, he just strikes out. 30% the minus thing. Damn it, he's doing so good. And Tyler Soderstrom, I said, what a terrible trade. The dude's been rock freaking solid. So I'm going to put those words back up in my mouth hole and say, you know what, Tyler Soderstrom, you're going to keep kicking dick. Just keep kicking dick. All right? That's reverse psychology. And last note on A-Harb's team, when Kyle Stowers got dropped, I knew your ass was going to pick him up. I knew you were going to waiver claim him. I had him waiver claim. I was like, nah, I don't want another outfielder. Because I knew your ass was going to pick him up right there. I already knew. That's an A-Harb special. All right, almost the same with Joey Cantillo, you son of a gun. Anyways, moving on to your opponent this week, one D. Harbington, who put the ass beatington on Anthony last week. Woo, and you're still reeling from Stephen Kolek and his, 1 2/3 9 earned run debacle of a start right there. Not that it would have mattered. You were getting thumped all week. You had like 62 total bases over 7 days. So 9 bases a day. Not going to do the job. Not going to come close to doing the job right there. So Master Exploder, you got Drake Baldwin back. Matty Olson. I watched the game last night. Got drilled in the hand with a ball to second base. I was like, oh my God, please no, please no. Speaking of which, please no. Wish these dogs would stop barking. But, you know, there's an animal breathing on God's green earth right here. So they're going to bark at it. I do got to say, DR picking up Jason Dominguez was an interesting move right there, as he's just been, I think he's just, you know, one of those classic quad A players right there. Looks great in AAA, sucks in the majors. But other than that, your staff is, oh my God, dude, it's so much better every single day. Oh, you picked up Nick Pivetta and put him in your IL spot. That was really smart. That was really smart. You should probably drop Zebby Matthews, though, because he's going to get lit up this week. Just like you are going to get lit up this week because the Italian guy is going to beat you. All right. Moving on, our third matchup of the week. We're going to look at Sons of Pitches versus Wrong Hole. Now, this is the only matchup this week that features two teams that if the playoffs started today would not be in it. That's right. We're talking about 8th place, 12th place, Sons of Pitches. Wrong Holington. Man, that son is just, quit playing games with my heart, son. But anyways, Wrong Holington, he's been close these past couple weeks. Like, he's trying to move in the right direction, but I will say that he is going to fall to number 12 in my power rankings after Cody won last week. Granted, it was against the 11th place team, but 10 still won. So he's going to stay right there, move up from 12 to 10. So good job, Codenames. Bad job on Jaycock right there. Jaycock, hope you're enjoying your vacation. Hope you've already enjoyed your vacation. It looked marvelous from those pictures that I saw. Just absolutely beautiful. So congrats to you and the missus right there, celebrating your anniversary or birthday or Father's Day or whatever it was. I don't really know what the purpose was. You don't need a purpose of vacation. Have a good time, though. But you were looking awfully studly in those pictures that I saw right there, buddy. So keep looking good. Speaking of which, you know what's going to look good? Joe Ryan in a damn Atlanta Braves jersey here in about a month. That's going to look awesome. All right. I'm putting that out there in the atmosphere. Joe Ryan to the Bravos. Wrong hole. That's about all you got going for you right now. It doesn't matter what I say, how much I rave about this player, that player. Your team just loses every single week, and I hate it. Rymar, you should be hating. What you really should be hating are, not even is, because is would indicate singular. R indicates plural. R, Vladdy Guerrero and Gunnar Henderson. If not for them, you've got damn Ben Rice and Nick Kurtz just having 2 great seasons that, once again, if the playoffs start out, you'd just be pissing them into the wind. Just all that awesomeness just pissing right into the wind. Rookie of the Year, J.J. Weatherholt right there once again. You're wasting all that somehow this year, and I put the blame right on those two. Big money guys that have just crapped all over themselves and then just, I'm just going to roll around in my doo-doo. Oh, it's running up my back now. Yeah, one of those things. It's like they shit on one of those pirate swings right there, and it just happened to be right there when they were at the top, so the shit's just like running down their back as they're upside down. If they're not careful, it's going to be in their hair, on their neighbors. It's awful, and their neighbors in this case, Nick Kurtz and Ben Rice. Pitching staff, just mediocre. Drew Rasmussen cost me $20 here tonight. Bet on the Rays to beat the Royals. They did not do that. Royals beat them. I wish I could blame Drew Rasmussen, but I can't. I can only blame myself because I'm an idiot and I shouldn't be sports gambling in the first place. But I did. I tried. I lost. Just like Wrong Hole is going to lose this week. I'm going with Sons of Pitches. That does it for our first 3 matchups. Let's cut to commercial break, and we'll be back right after this.
This movie gets me every time.
Me too.
I love Field of Dreams.
Your eye black's running.
Yeah, it does that. I gotta go call my dad. What's up, fellas?
Rice. Rice? Man, he looks tough with that eye black, right? Scary. Beast.
And we're back. I doubt this view will be much better for the sun reflecting here, but hopefully it's a little less nauseating for the viewers there at home. Anyways, let's move on to our 4th matchup of the week. That is Thrills Revenge Tour taking on none other than 12th place team, which is actually 11th place team in the standings. Best team versus second to worst team. Employee versus boss. Since I have agreed to work for B Green, I actually have not even beat him at golf. I am 0-2 on the golf course. since becoming an employee of Brian James Green. I'm hoping that trend does not continue into fantasy baseball. If it does, I may submit my resignation in about a week, because I will be embarrassed and upset that now that I cannot beat him at anything, because I do not want to lose my job working for him. So that's real unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that Cal Riley's back and he's dominating. It's unfortunate that my team wasted 2 consecutive fantastic days. I could have just used 1 over the weekend, but I used 2 in order to get 45 total bases and 27 total bases over a 2-day span right there. Nothing major, not to my own horn or anything like that. But it's going to be real hard for me to continue to present numbers or create numbers that look anything like that. It might look like, some teams that we saw last week, who I'll reference later in the show. But anyways, Thrills Revenge Tour, 12th place team. 12th place team, you got some good players, man. Like I said, Jordan Alvarez is the number 1 player. I don't know who the number 2 player, Nick Kurtz, but if you had him and Jordan, man, you'd be having a great-ass season. Unfortunately, you don't. I'm picking Thrills Revenge Tour to pick up the dub this week over the 12th place team. The sad thing is, Big Green won't even see this prediction to know, because he'll ask me, well, what? Thrills, I didn't see it. What? I don't know. I didn't have time. And in all fairness, the man doesn't have a lot of time. So if he can't listen to me talk for 20 minutes on a video, he'll just have to hear it in person as I regale him later with stories. All right, next up, this is one of our shittier matchups of the week. We got Nothing Just Losing versus Pants. Pants. Now, Nothing Just Losing, man, 2 straight weeks of just getting thumped. 12-2 and 10-4. Ooh, that's stinging right there. Your offense isn't offensiving, your pitching isn't pitching, and your team just isn't teaming right now. And when you look at it, I see day-to-day, I see X's, I see players that are just, not good baseball players on this team. Well, we try to give you kudos in the power rankings, but there's no kudos to give right now. I don't know what's going on with this squad. Bryce Elder, he's reemerged as Bryce Elder. The league is figuring him out. He had a great, did awesome for the Bravos the first, part of the season, first, 90 days. And that's about 3 months, April, May, June. Maybe about 60 days. First 6 weeks. Let's go 6-8 weeks. Now he's just crapped again. He's back to Bryce Elder. 3 innings, 6 earned, a K per 9 of 2. It's just painful. It's just painful. Just like a lot. You're lucky. You always have that monster staff to rely on right there. If you cut him, it'd be even better. Speaking of somebody on the staff, Foster Griffin. Wow, that dude, he's looking pretty legit. He strikes dudes out and goes 7 innings at a time and plays for the Nationals, one of the most exciting offenses in baseball. That's a guy that's got a chance to rack up some wins and be a Rookie of the Year contender. Do you have the chance to be a contender this week against Pants? That's a tough call right there. Pants came in running hot up until last week when he ran out of steam. He had been performing so well. I was hyping him up. Number 4 team in my power rankings, Pants. And then you got pants. Then you pooped your pants. And then any other just negative metaphor involving pants, you turned into shants. Think about that. How many people here owned a pair of shants back in the day? Because I, for one, owned a pair. I loved them. Thought they were the coolest. Looking back, man, they were stupid as all get out. But pants, I saw you pick up Nunez for Washington. That means you need some stolen bases because he does nothing with his baseball bat except other than get outs. So that was interesting. If Andrew Benintendi was somebody who on many websites was like, pick him up. Well, Benny Boy took advantage of that because, Liam Hicks is out, Trent Grisham's out, Francisco Lindor's still out, Michael Garcia's out. Damn, Ben, you just lost a shitload of players in a real short period of time. And Kyle Bradish dominated last night, but I don't know if you had him starting. I'm just kind of cruising through your team right now, but you did have Shane Bieber starting today, and he got rocked. Unfortunately for you, Benny Boy, even with the addition of Tarek Skubal, I'm going to pick Anthony to beat you. I don't know why. On my notes, I picked you, but just sitting right here, ripping on Ants, it's kind of like reverse psychology in him. I'm going to say he's going to win, which means he's probably going to lose. So I'm going to go with, Nothing Just Losing. All right. That brings us to our last matchup of the week, and I'm talking about The Wiz versus Thrill House. That's right. And Yahoo even denotes it as the matchup of the week. Not just Thrills. It's also denoted there. Uncle versus nephew. St. Louis versus Chicago. This is as real as it gets, folks. The Wiz. Wiz is on one these past couple weeks. His team is going back to that early season, first couple weeks of the season run when he was pitching awesome. He was hitting awesome. He's cranking some ding-dongs now. Manny Machado's actually showing up. Jose Altuve, he said, maybe I'm not so washed right there. And then I know Billy's just got to have a boner for this PCA that we've seen over the last month. Number 1 player in fantasy baseball over the last month. PCA. I mean, who cares if we tell somebody to suck his dick, bitch? I mean, shit. Who amongst us haven't gotten pissed off at somebody just like, suck my dick, bitch, and just keep your life moving? At one point in time or another, it's just, it got caught on camera. I mean, it is what it is. I say people do that in my car all the time. If I had a camera in my car, oh, man, it'd be bad. It'd be real bad. You fucking fucktard, turn off your blinker and get out of the fast lane. That's some things that I might sound like. But it'd be a little more vicious and angry right there. But anyways, enough on that tangent. Billy, your team is coming around. If your outfield and Eugenio Suarez, I saw Ellie's back. God dang, man. You just need one more outfielder. Royce Lewis, I might want him. Maybe not. Maybe, yeah, no. Hit me. I don't know. I can't answer that right now. This is a public forum. I really wish you would drop Sandy Alcantara, though. I say it every week. Thrill House. I legit sent you a trade of a reliever for a reliever. Their numbers were damn near identical. I don't understand why you rejected that trade. That player gets holds for you that you were not giving up. Just so you know, on this season, when it comes to holds, you are 2-8-3. 2-8-3. Saves. Look at it. You're 8-2-3. Why do you still own somebody that's getting holds? Just own the fact that you're not going to win holds and add it to saves. We could have had a trade that benefited both parties that was very fair. Numbers were identical. I don't understand you not wanting to make that deal. Makes no sense to me. That's right, but I did put that out there in the public forum, so sorry about that, Route Walk, but I had to put that on blast. Speaking of being on blast, your team, Jack Caglione, is blasting some things, and I would be angry, but he's a Gator right there, and I love Jack Caglione. And Serenity Mac, she thinks he's a very attractive human being as well and good at hitting baseballs far. I will say that you creeping on the lead of the division made me chuckle. Just a I'm not concerned about that. Main reason, you can't catch me if you lose. And that's what happens this week when you play the Wiz. The Wiz picking up a dub. He's whizzing all of your division lead dreams, all of your 5th place dreams. Just, you're lucky you're at the record you're at because Savdog is a fool and jacked around and got caught. But anyways, that'll do it for this week's BFFFL preview show for week 14. Thrills wins, IT wins, DWOs wins, SOPs wins, the Wiz wins. Nothing, just losing. Changes that to nothing but beating Ben. Until next time, yours truly, the commish, is out. Enjoy the week.
Thank you to Peach Scripts for sponsoring this video. Peach Scripts, handling all your telehealth needs at any time you need.